Thank you, Mr. Lingorski. My name is Mat Braiza. I'm a colleague of Ian Brzezinski's at the Atlantic Council and was a longtime diplomat that worked with all the 3Cs countries, but especially with Poland and the Czech Republic and with Bulgaria to try to help the governments diversify their supplies of natural gas away from the, shall we say, primary supplier, and then enhance the role of the private sector. And I'm honored that later today I'll participate in the signing ceremony of a U.S. company, Linden Energy, with a Bulgarian company, Ovергaz, to privatize or strengthen the privatization of the natural gas sector in Bulgaria. Question. When I talk to my colleagues in Washington, D.C., I get a sense that even though natural gas is twice as clean as coal, with all due respect to President Duda in Poland, there seems maybe to be an emerging sense when leaders are thinking about strategic investments, maybe to skip over natural gas and focus right away on renewables. But to what extent do you see natural gas playing the role as a transition fuel to the future world that will be based largely on renewables?
The energy is the fundament of economy. If you have sustainable and cheap energy, you could be a leader in all other areas of your economy. That's why it is vitally important to develop this fundament, to be reliable, to be cheap, to be diversified. About the gas as an interim transition solution, we need to find the right balance within the European Union. What happened after announcing the Green Deal, which is something perfect, which is something necessary, but the appetite grows. I remember 50 to 40% decrease of greenhouse emissions. In December, just quite of a sudden, the European Union announced next ambitious goal, 50 to 55%, which is a huge challenge for countries like Bulgaria. For this fast transition, I see here our Minister of Economy, and I know what kind of headaches he has, as in Poland, to start from 80% coal energy in your mix in Poland, 50% in Bulgaria, and to go down to almost zero. It is a huge headache. Kopfschmerzen. Yeah. Herr President. Yeah. And so it is a problem. And what we are highly concerned is that it was announced that the gas as a fuel, natural gas, could be transition fuel up to 2050, then to 2040. Now we just don't know. We just don't know. Maybe 2030, 2035, but we need to find this very tiny balance between zero emissions and not losing our competitiveness.
We have a special announcement, so I would like to welcome on stage Stephen Payne, the president of Linden Energy, and Svetoslav Ivanov, CEO of Ovергaz, to announce their partnership.
Thank you. I'm Steve Payne, president of Linden Energy, based in Houston, Texas. And we're not strangers to the Bulgarian market. We've been here for a while working with Todora and the ICGB project, so we're very excited about what we're doing there, having 10% of the capacity of ICGB. But today, Svetoslav and I are here to announce that Linden Energy will be buying 50% of Ovергaz Inc. And Ovергaz, for those of you that don't know, is the largest private gas company in Bulgaria. It has in the ground right now 2,500 kilometers of pipeline, and we are very, very excited about the partnership here. In addition to what we plan to do to help Ovергaz build out its network here and expand its customer base here, we also are looking hard at the Western Balkans. As you know, Albania and Kosovo basically don't have any kind of a last-mile gas network at all. And so we hope to take what Ovергaz has done and put it in the Western Balkans as well. So we're very, very excited about the possibilities going forward. I want to end on the fact that some of the 3Cs countries have fully privatized their gas network. Bulgaria is a bit behind on this, and this definitely is something that stifles competition. So we hope that Bulgaria will join many of the other countries who are privatizing, and that will help in diversification of the market. And let me now introduce, actually I do want to also recognize Ambassador Mat Braiza, who is going to be joining the board of Ovергaz once we complete our transaction. Let me introduce Stanislav Ivanov, who is the Executive Director of Ovергaz.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Konstantin. Dear participants in this interesting initiative, after so many positive comments today and discussions, and after so many, let's say, ambitious expectations, I have the pleasure to announce that we really start something what actually already started, but it will become official today. Just to mention a couple of the interesting projects we're going to develop together. On the first place, I would like to mention the potential new LNG terminal on the Albanian coast. On the second place, I would like to mention that we're intending to invest many efforts and money in new gas interconnectors in the region. Steve already mentioned that in the region of the Western Balkans, the people doesn't have access to gas grids. And of course, last but not least, the gasification of many cities and villages in the region, inclusively in Bulgaria, are waiting for new gas infrastructure. What we promise to each other to do is to invest all our efforts in this new beginning, and we believe that in the future it will be seen in at least more effective and useful competition on the first place, mainly of course in the energy sector and especially in the gas sector, and on the second place more effective use of energy on the Balkans. We should not forget that for the Bulgarian energy the most serious problems are related with the many losses of primary energy in the territory of Bulgaria. So we have, as I mentioned already, the pleasure to announce that in a couple of minutes we're going to sign a document according to which Linden Energy is acquiring 50% of Ovергaz Inc. And we start with this a formal beginning of a new partnership. Thank you very much. Thank you.